Welcome back to LatiNation. While pursuing a career in acting, Alejandro Rose Garcia grew discontent with the film and television industry while being inspired by the LA music scene. So Alejandro decided to switch careers and took on the awesome stage name Shakey Graves. Then Alejandro went back to Texas and developed his brand of Texan folk and roll, which has resulted in nothing more than to make a major fan in the likes of legendary rocker Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin, who recently gave Shakey Graves the chance to be his opening act. So are you ready to jam? I definitely am. Here is Shakey Graves coming up right now on LatiNation.
Underground, brought to you by Garnier. Although playing tunes began as a form of therapy for aspiring actor and Austin native Alejandro Rose Garcia, he soon determined that his calling was indeed music, and that is how Shakey Graves was born.
Life tasted sweet when I was the bad twin devil in Michelle Share waving me by.
I went out to be an actor when I was like fresh out of high school. I was like, I'm gonna go to LA and be an actor, and it went great, but it's a really messed up, it's as hard of a career choice as being, as anything. I had to do something to keep myself sane and really do something for me. And so that was really when I started writing music and noticing it getting to a point where when I showed it to other people, they wouldn't even notice it was me. It wasn't just like me strumming a guitar. I started to make complex arrangements. And then somewhere in that, I was out there for about 5 years. At some point, I really just had to pack it up, and it was sort of right when my confidence and my skill met. And I decided to bring it back home to Austin and start from the bottom.
Oh yeah, well so it goes, yeah so it goes.
And as Shakey Graves gathers new fans everywhere he goes, his newfound popularity has not gone to his head, even when people flock to see him perform in one of the biggest music festivals around.
It's unbelievable what this feels like. The best part of it is that it's a job, and the parts of it that are a job you don't realize until you choose to make it that. And then on another side, it's like I am here because people have been paying attention, so people actually show up, which is like the most baffling. This is happening, like it's going down. But then you also have to show up. I don't roll around in a tour bus yet. It's like I'm in a 1999 Ford E250 conversion van with two sweaty dudes like screaming and trying not to eat fast food, and it's work. It really is. It's amazing amounts of fun, but it's so much containment. You have to really keep it together.
Well, bus driver, all in red, yeah, go pull this bus over and end up dead.
To a certain degree, I've already made it as far as I have ever wanted to. Or maybe that's not true, but I've made it as far as I've gotten that email from the kid that's like, I was having a really bad time, and this album of yours was my album. It's wild to have a thing that is a song about maybe something in my life, but the way I try and write music is to leave it sort of open-ended, that it's not, it's not the Alejandro show. And that's another reason I even have an alias in the first place, I think, is because I don't want to really make it about me. It's more like I really want to find these songs, and I love being the owner of them, but this is your music. And then people have like tattoos of stuff I've drawn. I mean, like, it is the craziest shit in the world. But it's like, I'm as big a fan of them as they are of me. I didn't realize how many festivals there are. There's so many, and all of them are absolutely different. My music has sort of fallen in between all of these things, where I get to play the hippie festival, I get to play the country festival, I get to play the straight up commercial indie festival, and it's kind of unparalleled. And right now I'm sort of in the honeymoon phase, and it feels amazing to have people come to a stage that I'm playing to see me, like on the list, as opposed to just wandering by, but being like, oh, I'm gonna go 4:30 or whatever and see Shakey Graves. I'm like, that's awesome. That's great. We drove from Canada. We came from Mexico. I'm like, hell yeah.